keep your faith in the Lord and everything be cool.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the ninth and final match. In the blue corner, from Brazil, Vitor-Belfort.
Okay, here he comes. The lightning fast fists of Vitor-Belfort. This guy can punch, boss. I mean, of all the fighters in the no-holds-barred game, he is the fastest puncher, I think.
He is for sure. He is for sure. Great hands, great power, accuracy, everything. He's got the whole package.
Looks like he's going to wear, well, at least he's got boxing shoes on now. He's from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, but he also alternates his residency between Los Angeles, and he's got a new gym he just opened up in San Diego, California. He's 23 years old, and he's 6 foot tall, right around 200 pounds. His last fight was over a year ago where he lost a decision to Kazushi Sakuraba in Pride, 20-minute fight there. Two super strikers, the boxer versus the Thai boxer.
After tonight, everything is going to change. You would say why? Because Lucien Carbine said so. That's what Lucien Carbine told me, his trainer.
Okay, there's Vitor-Belfort with the Brazilian top team, Murilo Bustamante and Ricardo Laborio in his corner. Gilbert-Yvel, one of the bad boys, the Hurricane from Holland.
Yeah, that's what they call him, man. Peter Smith was the Hurricane in Thai boxing, and he got the name now, man. This guy is like a hurricane.
Well, you know, he likes those tattoos now, doesn't he?
He's got his trainer actually on his chest, in his left chest, Lucien Carbine, who is an unbelievable fighter in the days. 43 Thai boxing fights, won everything, beated all the Thais on their game. Kyokushin, he was the first European champion. It's unbelievable. He became European champion 3 times.
Okay, here we go, the main event. Pride Fighting Championship, new blood. Gilbert-Yvel making his debut in the Pride Fighting Championship. Vitor-Belfort in his second appearance at Pride. Right hand! Left hand by Vitor-Belfort drops Gilbert-Yvel. Vitor's got that straight left, caught Gilbert right on the butt.
That was a good shot. Gilbert came through with a good kick. But this is not the place where you want to be for Gilbert right now. Because all we know from Vitor is that he has a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He knows his way in the ground.
Yeah, we expected this one to be a stand-up fight.
Yep.
And it was for a couple seconds, but Gilbert was open and Vitor capitalized.
I think Gilbert is going to hold him like this and wait for the referee to restart.
Maybe. He has competed in various organizations that allow rules of restarts if there's not enough action or no striking to the face on the ground. But Gilbert is said to have been training quite a bit in Holland with Remco Pardo, who's a jiu-jitsu and judo guy. And Gilbert has, they tell me, learned to escape from the bottom and escape from submission holds.
He is physically very strong, and he does awkward things to escape, and he does it. He escaped Dan Henderson when he was in the bottom. He just stood up. This is going to be an interesting match. Tell you what.
Two young men, both 23 years old, both in their physical prime, both with a history of fights, both with lots of knockouts. Oh, Vitor's throwing some hard punches.
This is what Gilbert should do, what he did now. Locking Vitor's head up and wait for a restart, because this is not his game.
We've seen Gilbert-Yvel on the ground before, but I haven't seen Vitor-Belfort on the ground too many times. One time with Joe Charles in the UFC, but most of his fights end standing up.
Yep.
Oh, that's a huge left hand. If that lands, that's going to do some damage. He's got a lot of zip in that punch. He's hitting hard right now. Hard. Oh, Gilbert's cut. Gilbert's cut. Below the eye. It's below the eye. Gilbert's eye looks like it's swelling too. He's got to have better defense than he's been having because Vitor is starting to land those shots from the guard.
He has to hold him. Just hold him, hold him, hold him. Until the ref breaks it up.
Gilbert's got to really watch out for that left hand of Vitor's. That's his big punch. He's throwing it with a lot of velocity from the guard. The cut is under the eye, so it's not going to affect his vision, but it looks like his eye is swelling as well. So far, Vitor has been in complete control from standing all the way to the ground.
Yep. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, Gilbert has really not offered anything on the ground.
Yep, but what he's got, it's the end of the fight, what counts.
Yeah, I think if this goes into the second round and they're standing back up, we're going to see some fireworks.
I think so too. You should try to twist him again to the right now. Try to twist Vitor over him to the right.
Because Vitor has his left arm under his neck. Vitor giving his left hand a little bit of a rest, chopping away with the right hand to the head and to the body as well. Vitor-Belfort on top, half mount. On top of Gilbert-Yvel from Holland, chopping away with the punches. Gilbert doing nothing more than holding on at this point.
It's the only thing he can do. Like I said a few times before, he has to wait for a restart. That's his thing. And then don't attack too fast. Because now...
there it is. He's going to twist to the right, just as you thought, but now he's got the guard. He gave it the attempt, but Vitor was there. Vitor chopping away with his left hand. Gilbert firing back from the bottom. That swelling under that right eye is really starting to come up. Slide him out. I wonder if he was punched or thumbed in the eye because the swelling it looks like a thumb. Now, Vitor did something really interesting. He spun it back around. He's going to drive it back toward the ropes again. Vitor broke his hand in his last fight over a year ago against Sakuraba, and his doctors told him that he couldn't fight for 1 year. And he's taken the time off, and it looks like everything has healed up just fine. Yep. Although that shot looked like it might have caught him a little funny on the wrist. Hope he doesn't hurt his hand again.
Yeah, that's the thing with those thin gloves, or bare knuckle, you have to punch real good. I always was lucky that I started in the Kyokushin, so you were trained to keep your hands and your wrist perfectly straight.
Yeah, Vitor-Belfort said about Gilbert-Yvel, he said he's one of the best fighters in the world, and with two good fighters in the ring, anything can happen. So he didn't offer a prediction, a definitive prediction. He would also like to, Vitor-Belfort would also like to thank God, because he said, without Jesus Christ, I am nobody. And he wants people to know that he is a changed man and that he's the new Vitor-Belfort. And right now, we're seeing a return of Vitor-Belfort back to being a dominant force because he is dominating Gilbert-Yvel at this point. And Gilbert-Yvel came in highly touted. A lot of people thought that Gilbert was going to totally control this fight, but Vitor has pretty much imposed his own game plan, and Gilbert has offered little, if any, resistance at all.
Yep. Vitor is playing a good game right now. And the sad part is when they're going to step him up now, he's going to do it right away, fall in the same position. He's going to take him down right away again because he knows on the ground he's doing good. So Gilbert should watch out after the stand-up and hope that he can sprawl. Because Vitor is not going to punch him. He's going for the takedown.
But you never know, because Vitor, if anybody, can knock somebody out standing up.
I know, but he knows now that it's so easy for him on the ground to control. Why should he take the risk?
That's true.
But the fight's not over till it's over.
Gilbert's last fight was a victory over Kiyoshi Tamura, which had knocked him out. And now Vitor-Belfort's got the side mount position. You can always expect the unexpected in the Fried Fighting Championship. What on paper looked like an explosive and competitive match has been relatively one-sided so far. Yeah.
All the things that Gilbert can do right now. Just wait for 2 minutes, I guess. Never break it up.
Gilbert pushing up. Vitor right down on top of him again, not giving him an inch to move or to stand up.
Hey, calm down.
Here, 1 minute.
1 minute left in the fight. Belfort in control. Yvel hanging on. That right eye puffed up a little bit of Gilbert-Yvel. Doesn't seem to be a problem at the moment. I'm sure they'll put an end swallow or some ice on that eye. The cut is not a factor so far. There's the 1 minute warning. Vitor not even thinking about passing the guard, not even thinking about a submission, just hammering away.
Yeah, because this is his way to score points. It's a smart game he's playing right now. I mean, if he beats Gilbert, it's a good game.
Yeah, that really puts him back in the mix, big time.
Yep.
He's had some rough and tumble times in the last couple years. His last big win was a knockout of Wanderlei Silva in 1998, which was 2 years ago. Since then, he lost to Sakuraba and has been relatively inactive for a year. They're completely inactive.
Good control with the forehead.
Vitor is focused right here. Now they're worrying about, okay, that's the end of round one. Now Vitor helps him up and they hug, and Gilbert goes back to his corner. Wounded but not bent. Gilbert doesn't seem like he's out of the fight. His trainer knows how to deal with bumps and bruises, and he's going to fix that eye up. The eye is swollen. I believe that eye before the end of the evening will probably be swollen shut. Hopefully it won't be swollen shut before the end of this fight.
Yeah, I think the way to attack Vitor is like a flying knee, where he's real good at, or a spinning back kick. He's really good at that too.
Okay, here it is. That's the now that punch almost didn't land completely, but Gilbert was standing on one foot, and there's the punch again. It kind of caught him on the ear, but Gilbert threw the kick at the same time, standing one leg. Vitor got on top in the guard and never got out of that position. Now I think that it's time for Yvel to regroup and really turn up the steam with a stand-up. He can't take any chances here. Vitor whacking away with that left hand, hard left hand from the guard. Yvel not really doing much of anything, not striking per se, just trying to block the punches. And Vitor just grinding away, pounding away, just dominating from the top, and Yvel getting cut in the process under that right eye. Okay, here we go for round 2. Two of the greatest strikers in the business, in the ring. So far, it's been all Belfort.
I wonder where he's going to come out with now.
You know, with this guy, anything can happen. So what he needs to do, he needs to get back in the fight. He needs to establish control because he lost that first round decisively.
He cannot attack. He has to let him come.
Back kick! Back kick by Gilbert-Yvel. He grabs the ropes and down he goes. He took a chance, gambled with it, and Vitor shot right in for the takedown.
But it would have been a hit. That was a good back hit.
Now we're in the same position.
This is not good.
You know, this is not good at all because I don't see that Gilbert has the tools to reverse this position. And just to hang on, as long as Vitor stays busy, they're not going to restart the fight. Here they are again on the bottom.
Explode. Go left, go right, explode, underhook, do anything. But get tired, try to get out.
Gilbert's got to do something here. He's got to get back to his feet. He can't stay in this position.
Yeah, like I said, he has to explode, go left, go right, try to create some space, some holes that he can flip out. He does the strangest escape techniques we've seen him doing in rings.
Well, he needs one of those right now.
He needs them very much.
Now, but the odds aren't good because Vitor-Belfort, for his entire life, has been working on the ground. Before he learned to box, he was rolling in jiu-jitsu. But it's been his strikes that have controlled the fight. His wrestling base as well. But Gilbert hasn't done anything to try and reverse it. He hasn't tried to put the heels on the hips to push him back. He hasn't tried to roll. He hasn't planted his feet and, possibly taken the chance of getting mounted, at least to try and turn him, as you say. He's just kept the locked guard and just held on.
Sometimes explosive movements, left, right, can even turn somebody like that.
Oh, they're going to restart it standing. Okay,
this is good.
Well, this is good for Yvel. Yvel throws the knee, and Vitor goes for that takedown, but Yvel doesn't have a sprawl.
Jesus.
He doesn't have a sprawl. That's too bad. It looks like Belfort is in a position to where he might be able to get the full mount.
Yes, he is.
If he can pass that right leg over, Gilbert will have to turn his back, and I don't know that he wants to do that with Vitor-Belfort being a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
No, you don't want to do that. It's going to be a joke for sure. Again, you should try to go left, right, move. He's going to have 6 minutes left. He has to do something.
Well, out of tonight's evening, I would be venture to guess that all the fights total have probably been on their feet standing up, maybe no more than 5 minutes. Most all the fights have ended up on the ground in this position.
Yeah, because that's the game from everybody nowadays. So, and it's difficult. You see the level of fighters is really close to together, the line, and that makes it not really exciting for the audience, of course, because if you make a little mistake, then they're going to stand up again. This is good.
I'm glad because now this is where Gilbert's going to have a chance. And he's got to hurt Belfort. He's got to. Oh, Belfort comes in with that left hand again, right on the butt. Shoots in. What a fast shoot he's got.
He's got a very good shot. Against Couture, he even took Couture down in fight.
And he was a little bit too bulky in that fight because he was up to like 235, 240 pounds in that fight. But here he's down to 200 pounds, lightning fast shoot.
Yeah, that was good. But the reflex from Yvel, the knee, nearly missed his head. I think he hit it, but not full power.
Well, if he did hit it, it didn't have any effect.
Nope. Until now, Vitor is in control.
Yeah, this is, unless Yvel does something drastic, this is for sure going to go to Vitor-Belfort.
Hang bij je en spannen, daar komt de kans. Spannen uit heel goed. Hou de guard, hou de guard. Pak je arm bij.
I actually thought this was going to be a much more competitive fight than it was going to be.
Yeah, but this is... Vitor did his study also, and he knows that Gilbert-Yvel is a really good striker. Why should you take the risk if you get a takedown like Vitor-Belfort has? I mean, it's perfect for him, this.
Yeah, I think that if he wins, that will put the Brazilian team undefeated tonight.
Yep. What was it? The Brazilian top team.
The Brazilian top team will have made a statement tonight because they're recently formed. All these people on the Brazilian top team. Okay, they're having some controversy because they're having a restart. Yuji Shimada is telling Gilbert that he's got to get busy. He can't just hold. And now they're standing back up. There's some controversy. There's a huge complaint from all the members of the Brazilian top team of why. Now Gilbert throws a knee, tries to punch, but there's a single leg takedown again. And I'd be willing to guess that the fight's going to stay here for the rest of the time.
Yep. Yeah, the Brazilians are shouting. They say it's not possible. But what Vitor is doing right now, he's not doing any damage. He's only making points. And I think that's not being busy. If you just boom, punch, punch. I think he has to go, like what he's doing now. He's passing his guard, going to the side, make real movements. You can tap constantly somebody, but that's not being busy. It's just doing something.
Now, you were in a situation similar to this. Obviously, Vitor-Belfort is a more accomplished striker than Kevin Randlin was, but Kevin Randlin was on top of you for the whole fight.
Yeah, but you know why they didn't break the fight up? That was because I was working. Joe McCarthy came to me and he says, "Boss, I didn't break it up because you were the guy who was doing the job."
But Gilbert on the bottom is not working.
That's what I mean, but Vitor is not really working. He's not improving his position. With these punches, he can never finish the fight. He can only win on points. But he doesn't really go for a KO or for a nice submission. You have to count that too. Hey, listen, this is the smartest game that Vitor can do it. He's going to make this win easy for him because he got now like 5 takedowns in a row. So there's no way that he can lose this fight.
I think that Gilbert-Yvel definitely has to go back and do some homework.
Yeah,
sprawling, and escaping from the bottom. The cut is not a factor. And Vitor is grinding away. Gilbert holding him close, which neutralizes the power of Vitor's strikes. Now, Gilbert looks like he's about to slide out from the side. He's almost got his way out, but he would be risking turning his back if he went all the way over.
2 minutos, Vitor. Não para de bater, que faltam 2 minutos, Vitor. Vamos lá. Isso. 2 minutos. Não para de bater. Vitor, não para de bater.
Well, there's just nothing really.
That's what I say. This is not improving his position. So if the referee stands him up, it's not. It's a good decision. Nothing happened. He's not going to KO him with this.
No, he's not.
This is only scoring points just to stay on the ground. That shouldn't count. So. And he has the power, the ability, Vitor, to go for real fast, you know. That's why. If he pushes out and goes with full right straights, left, right, whatever, then you're working yourself to a KO.
Well, I would hate to say that this fight, unfortunately, had not lived up to the expectations of the hype. It was not. It's so far, it's not been an action-packed fight. It's been a longer, drawn-out, slow arm punch beating. Gilbert can't really do anything from the bottom. He's just trying to survive at this point by holding on. I mean, the restart maybe, but on the previous restarts, he tried his best shot and they didn't land. Because again, Vitor's shoot is so fast that even a guy with the fast punches and kicks and knees of Gilbert-Yvel, now I can't imagine what it would be like if Yvel fought a wrestler like a Coleman or something. There would be no fight other than total ground and pound.
Yeah. But that's okay. He knows that now.
Oh yeah,
He's going to work on it. He's young kid, 22, 23.
Young. I mean, he's got all. He wants to fight. He's a very exciting fighter. He's got no quit in him. You know, he's trying. And now that's the only fight. And it seems like a no-brainer. Vitor-Belfort completely dominated that fight in every way. His striking was better. His takedowns obviously dictated the whole situation. It looks like the Brazilian top team is going to go 3-0 tonight. Previous victories were 2 over the Lions Den fighters, where Carlos Barreto beat Trey Telligman. And here's the replay. Vitor just kind of grounding away, just bashing away. Gilbert blocking most of those punches. And Vitor-Belfort giving the hug, the respect. There he is with their, that must be the Brazilian top team flag.
That's
right.
what I think so
exactly.
too.
Exactly, right, right.
He did a good job. He's looking really good. Good shape.
Yeah.
Both of them actually, but yeah.
Yeah, no question.
Yep.
Vitor-Belfort, no question. Vitor-Belfort is back. Now that's a big victory for him. Beating a guy like, not only just beating Gilbert-Yvel, but totally dominating him. This really puts Vitor-Belfort back in the spotlight.
Yep. And it's good. He deserves it.
Absolutely. And Gilbert is humble, you know. He'll be back. And believe me, that guy's dangerous. And he beat Tamura, and Tamura beat Henzo. So Gilbert-Yvel will definitely be back. But this is a huge moment for Vitor-Belfort. A huge win. Outweighed by 20 pounds. Took Gilbert-Yvel right out.